The rubble of his...
Ground zero, a massive earthquake more powerful than the one in Turkey rocks Taiwan. Hurricane Floyd's wake in this country cresting rivers, only now receding, entire towns washed away. Some try to rebuild, although another storm is just offshore. And in depth tonight, living in harm's way. Is the government actually making it too easy to rebuild in nature's path? Lifeline, disposable hospital and medical supplies, the new trend to reuse them.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. It's the season for natural disasters, hurricanes in this part of the world, and tonight, what does appear to be a massive earthquake in Asia, in Taiwan. It is now early Tuesday morning in Taiwan, and that island nation, which is very densely populated, is trying to assess the full extent of the damage. NBC's Ron Allen is monitoring the situation there.
A massive earthquake hits in the middle of the night, just before 2 a.m. A powerful jolt measuring 7.6 on the Richter scale, rocking much of this small island of some 20 million people. Yet another devastating earthquake in an area known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. Governor Dirk Kempthorne of Idaho was asleep in his 25th floor hotel room when the quake hit Taipei, the capital.
It became extremely violent to the point that to physically crawl to a door jamb to try to find some safety was physically difficult. There were moments that I really thought perhaps we were finished.
Emergency crews racing through the night to rescue victims. Most of the island plunged into darkness, power cut. 6 floors of this hotel in the capital pancaked to the ground. Local reports putting the death toll at 84, with nearly 750 missing, presumed trapped under the rubble. The full extent of the destruction remains unclear, with few reports coming from the quake's epicenter, an urban area some 90 miles south of Taipei. Across the island, strong aftershocks still rocking Taiwan hours after the quake.
This was not the first time I've been awakened in the middle of the night with my bed shaking, but we have never experienced anything this intense and this damaging.
It's one of the strongest earthquakes ever to hit Taiwan, an island that's already suffered more than 11 major quakes this century. Ron Allen, NBC News, London.
In this country, Hurricane Floyd is now long gone, but the misery and damage it left behind remains, and it will be a long time before North Carolina especially returns to normal. Today, President Clinton flew to eastern North Carolina to urge everyone to be patient, saying that help is on the way.
Our country, first of all, our thoughts and prayers are with you. And secondly, we know we have a responsibility as members of the American family to help you get back on your feet again, and we intend to do it. Now,
and there are 2 other storms out there tonight. Hurricane warnings are now in effect for Bermuda. As Gert closes in on that island, it's not expected to pose a threat to the eastern United States. But in the Gulf of Mexico, Tropical Storm Harvey could make landfall in the Tampa St. Pete, Florida area by tomorrow morning. Its winds right now are 60 miles an hour, and it is strengthening. Eastern North Carolina remains a vast flood zone, with rivers cresting at 20 to 30 feet above flood stage. We have 2 reports tonight. We'll begin with NBC's Jim Avila.
Tom, the rivers that have flooded main streets all across North Carolina are finally beginning to recede. But experts say that before it's over, this disaster could be the most expensive in the state's history. Day 5 of the great North Carolina flood. And finally, the swollen rivers are cresting. But not before costing this state more than $1.3 billion in total damage, including huge losses in agriculture, $64 million total in lost poultry, hogs, and tobacco, $144 million in damage to the state's infrastructure, highways, utilities, and pipelines, and $24 million in debris cleanup alone.
Hurricane Center, how can I help you?
The Greenville Command Center, Heart of the biggest recovery project this state has seen since the Civil War, directing a military resupply of food and water washed away in the massive floods soaking the entire eastern edge of North Carolina.
Well, they don't need to stay there. They need to evacuate.
And dispatching rescue teams to flood victims who refused to leave their homes until there was no way out but by helicopter.
Don't try to stick it out.
Trying to stick it out nearly cost these two boys and their father their lives.
Glad to be on dry land.
The three brought out today from floodwaters that refused to recede.
Very scary. Yeah, we should have left before.
Second thoughts heard in nearly 50 shelters holding the homeless in North Carolina tonight. Jim Avila, NBC News, Tarboro.
This is Bob Dotson on Oak Island, a beach community just south of Wilmington. No place suffers through more hurricanes, 4 in the past 4 years. But Floyd is the worst.
2 out of every 3 we've checked so far have had damage.
Half of Oak Island's 600 oceanfront homes hit so hard they can no longer be lived in.
Which house is this, 16, 17?
This was North Carolina's largest and fastest growing beach community, 30,000 people. Larry and Ida Parker moved here 6 weeks ago. They've already been evacuated twice.
It wasn't the way we expected paradise to be, you know.
Open sewage, propane tanks, glass, nails, an estimated $225 million damage.
There's really not much yard left.
North Carolina law allows beachfront homeowners to rebuild if half of their home is still standing.
We don't have a choice. This is where our money's been invested.
But in some cases, there may not be enough beach left for them to rebuild.
I hope they build a beach back. Let me tell you, when you lose a house, you lost part of your soul.
A 15-foot wall of water shattered most of these houses. Tonight, a black surf threatens again. 2 million gallons of pollution spilling from the Cape Fear River. The National Guard has set up roadblocks to the beach. Only homeowners allowed in. Larry Parker postponed back surgery today to come here and start cleaning up.
This is our permanent home. We're going to live here until something blows it down.
Wet, dark, trying to recover. But with another rain on its way, hearing it may only get worse.
So Oak Island will be under a curfew again tonight starting at 10 o'clock, but a bit of brighter news tomorrow. The first rebuilding permits will be issued. Tom?
Thanks very much, NBC's Bob Dotson and Jim Avila tonight in North Carolina. Just ahead now, NBC News in depth, how the government actually makes it easier for people to live in those disaster zones.
The federal taxpayer should not be paying for people to live in places where God repeatedly has shown that he does not want them.
And reusing medical devices. Is this cost-cutting measure just too risky?
Fortunately, there's Nasonex nasal spray, an effective nasal allergy prescription medicine taken once a day to relieve nasal allergy symptoms, indoors and out. Now that's wonderful. The most common side effects were headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
50 is beautiful, and to stay that way, Pro Vital Perfecting Moisturizer. It evens out skin tone with a hint of sheer color, so you're radiant, glowing. Pro Vital from Olay, proven to be why women over 50 look so wonderful.
What if Dr. Frankenstein's experiment had worked? And instead of being ugly and ruthless, the monster was handsome and charming. Would the villagers still have hunted him down? Or would they have invited him in and introduced him to their daughters? Introducing the all-new 2000 Mitsubishi Eclipse, nicely equipped at 17.7. It's alive.
I need strong arthritis relief. I want soft skin. Now I get both.
Introducing new Arthricare hand and body lotion. Fast relief of minor arthritis pain plus special skin softeners. Arthricare lotion. Pain relief plus moisturizers.
All in one.
I'm not really close to Anna Kournikova. First of all, There's that whole language thing.
A PE ratio is price divided by earnings.
Earnings per share is a company's net income minus preferred dividends.
It's like she's speaking a different language.
Can anyone say asset allocation? Mid cap, small cap.
When we created a smarter kind of investment firm,
Growth fund.
we created a smarter kind of investor.
Besides, some of the other players are kind of jealous of her, portfolio.
New tonight at 6 on Northwest News Channel 8. Portland taps into a precious resource to save fish. A look at the plan to release drinking water from Bull Run. Tonight at 6 on Northwest News Channel 8, where the news comes first.
The countdown to 2000 in Pioneer Courthouse Square has begun.
NBC News in depth tonight. In harm's way, rebuilding in a flood zone time and time again. The devastation from Floyd raises a perennial question. Why live in a place that keeps getting hit by natural disasters? Critics say the federal government actually is encouraging people to do just that. Here's NBC's Ann Thompson now in depth.
Sophie Dochnowski, lifelong resident of flooded-out Bound Brook, New Jersey. 79 years in one house, this house, in harm's way 3 times, damaged in the floods of 71, 96, and 99. Today, looking for government help.
I think they should help us out. I'm old already. Where am I going to go?